Yo, so anybody in the chat right now, do you go Giovanni Bernard or Jerry Judy or Mike Evans or Antonio Brown? So currently I'm thinking Giovanni Bernard, and then I think I'd go Jerry Judy after that, and then Mike Evans. Yeah, it's a solo one. For the most part, I don't know. Matt said that he might get on later. They had a golfing thing they're gonna do at 7 Eastern time, so he might make it later. I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, bro, I'm super disappointed on the Mixon thing, man. Like, I thought he was around the corner, and then this week all the news was pretty bad. So I was able to luckily pick him back up. So that kind of sucks. But the problem with Mixon, I feel like, is they got like two other backs there now. They use Samaje Perine, and then they have that Trevion Williams, I think. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, I just looked it up. It was Williams. Um, so I just put Giovanni Bernard back in the flex. I'm benching Mike Evans this week. Dude, I want no part of that game, man. The Rams defense is no joke right now. I was gonna start Jerry Judy over Mike Evans. Nah, I honestly I'm not even making the playoffs in any of them, to be honest. One was like a 12-man league with some friends, and I have a pretty. I mean, I have a good team in every single league. Let's be honest, it's pretty good. But all right, on paper I did. Here, maybe I'll pull it up maybe. All right. Who I like more in a non PPR? Honestly, I think Chase Claypool. I'm not. Um, let's see. But I'll show you guys the teams that I'm rocking for the. 10 teams in every league is stacked on the waiver wire pool. That's dude. Yeah, the other two are 10-man leagues, and you can always pull somebody off the waiver wire for the most part. But this is the 12-man team that I was talking about. Dude, at the beginning of the year, it was way better. Um, it looks like Calvin Ridley's playing, so that's cool. Now that he's back, maybe I might have a chance. But dude, it's rough in this one. Zeke, show us the address. Get out of here, Joe. Let's see, that was that one. I have a chance in this one, but it's I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of slim. No, dude, it was pretty good for 12-man too. I was surprised, but I don't know, dude. It's just it's been unlucky after unlucky for like every single team. And what's good, Josh? Matt's in Mexico right now, so he'll be. I mean, he might be on later if he gets a chance, but if not, then he won't be here this week. Um, but I got Mike Evans and Antonio Brown on the bench, Mixon on IR. Make you are. Nah, bro, I gotta go after the Eagles players. Name them after the Eagles players. Another 5 and 5. Dude, another one where I got super unlucky. Chris Carson has been good, but he's out. Let's see. Miles Sanders has been out for multiple weeks, so I got him back now. And then DJ Moore being inconsistent. Hey, I'm not, like I said, I don't want any part of that Rams game, dude. We'll see. And against Detroit, Mike Davis should pop off. I'm hoping. This is the last time you can never start Mike Davis, I think. After this, it's like never again. I feel like I'd always rather play Higgins and Boyd over Woods, and I don't want to play Antonio Brown against the Rams. So I think I'd go Higgins and Boyd, Taj. Um, Justin, I think you go carry on then this week. Yeah, I don't know. I think you go carry. I don't want to. The Colts defense is pretty tough too. So it's like Jamal Williams is the backup, and he's going against the Colts defense. That doesn't seem very good. I don't know if I trust carry on, but that's just how I'm feeling. Who can I trade Metcalf away? Why would you want to trade Metcalf, bro? I would never trade Metcalf away for anybody. He's only gotten 3 points twice. Other than that, he's been 12 or over. I think that's pretty consistent for the most part. But I mean, the biggest problem with him, I guess, is he doesn't get targets. But when he does get targeted, he catches the majority of them, and they're always big plays and touchdowns. I mean, I guess you could go for Tyreek. That's not terrible. Um, yeah, I don't know. That'd be fine. DK. I feel like Devonte Adams is the best on the year, as long as he's healthy. That is. Um, Tyreek's up there for sure. DK's up there. That might be like your top three right there. Maybe Julio fourth. Calvin Ridley, when he's healthy, he's up there. And then DeAndre Hopkins. But I'd rather have DK than DeAndre at this point, I think. That Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool question is very interesting. That's a terrible, like, having to make that decision each week is not fun. There's no way of knowing, like, which one's going to do better. Which one would eat between Higgins and Boyd? That's another one of those questions that's similar to Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool. I feel like. I feel like against the Redskins, I would say Boyd. And I think Hurst rest of the season. Let's see. Honestly, has I feel like he should. I don't know. He might want to because Thomas has been garbage, and they have a backup quarterback right now. See how it plays out a week, and then put him back in, maybe. And I don't think so, Taj, because Devontae Adams week 1 killed it, bro. He had 34 points, 17 targets. He lit it up. And I think Lazard was in that game, obviously. And then the next week he got hurt. So I don't think it matters who's playing with Devontae. He's still going to be peppered with targets. As long as he's out there and healthy, it's over 10. Never less. And with Aaron Rodgers throwing you the ball, he's going to be a beast. The only problem is he has the Colts, Chicago. But against Devontae, that shouldn't really matter much, I don't think. Yeah, what Haas pretty much said. Even though I'm not a Green Bay fan, I hate Green Bay. So Michael Thomas has Atlanta this week, though. That's interesting. Seriously, Sports Cuts, bro. Welcome in. Yeah, Matt's in Mexico right now. He might be back. Green Bay hates me. Hey, that's okay, man. I don't really need Green Bay to like me. I'm good. Dude, I got no way of hitting like anybody up, really. Like, I don't know. I thought about it. I was like, maybe I can get my friend in this stream or something. I don't know. Hey, I know you're fucking with me. I'm just saying that realistically speaking, I just have no. I mean, unless everybody was following our youth or our Twitter, that's like pretty much the only way I could, you know. This is the bingo TNT. I'll write it down just in case. Rest of the season, honestly, Taj, I feel like if I don't have to play Robert Woods the rest of the season, I'm happy. Like, Robert Woods scares me as a player. I feel like if I could just run Boyd and Higgins and have two productive receivers, like that would be pretty big for me, I think. Yeah, I mean the biggest problem with those guys is their the defenses that they have to play against. I mean, they have some good matchups with Houston, Dallas, Miami. They should still do okay against even the Giants, even though they've been better on the year. Probably still be better against, I guess. Probably isn't terrible. They'll be okay against Pittsburgh. I guess really it's just like the very last game against the Ravens. Like that might suck, but Higgins still had 8 points last time they played the Ravens. 6 points for Boyd. I mean, it's kind of on the lower end, but Mike Williams, Ahmed. Dude, Haas, seriously, dude, I want him to join the stream, kick back and relax with like a sick view. But then he was like, "Oh, I got off in the morning." I feel like the Ahmed is, I don't know. I feel like I like him, but with Breida coming back, I don't know who they use more. I feel like what they've shown on the year is that Breida is not going to be the number one guy no matter what. That's what my opinion on that. But I really have no way of knowing, unless there's reports out there already that say otherwise. But yeah, I think he'll be number two. Ahmed. I don't know. I think Denver just gave up a huge game to Josh Jacobs last week, so. I think I play Ahmed out of all those guys, sports cards. Although the Jets is a pretty good matchup for Mac Williams, I will say. I don't know. Mike Williams is just so inconsistent, though. I don't know. Maybe you do go Mike Williams. Even though my Jacoby Myers has been okay the last few weeks, I don't know. I just still don't feel comfortable with him. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm still gonna stay with Ahmed. I think last week he established himself. I think he'll be the guy again. I think he'll be okay against Denver. Yeah, that's my final lock it in. Dauntless Slays, welcome in. Two receivers in the flex. Yeah, it's very interesting this week, man, because it's like I would love to sit Michael Thomas in like scenarios like this, I guess, but the Falcons matchup is so good. So I don't know. It's really hard to say with that one. But then they also have a backup quarterback plan. If you sat Michael Thomas, I think what you have there is fine. But if you sat Michael Thomas, then I think putting in Amari Cooper might be the way to go. Because I feel like that Vikings matchup is just so good for Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. Like one of those guys is probably gonna do good this week. The Cowboys are always scary to play at this point, but I don't know. I think I might go Amari Cooper over Michael Thomas just because Michael Thomas has shown nothing on the year, even though the matchup's good. But it's tough because, like I said, that Falcons matchup is actually good. Okay, so seriously, sports cards would go Cooper, but he would go Cooper instead of Gibson. Interesting. I think I go Gibson, Cooper, and Jefferson. Hey, I feel you, bro. That's why I'm starting CeeDee Lamb this week, just because the Vikings. Like I feel like I have to. He should really give me 10 points pretty easily. James Conner or Gio Bernard, and then we have Jonathan Taylor, T.Y. Pittman, or Michelle at flex. I'm never starting Ty. That's like first and foremost. So that is a tough question. Over the last few weeks, Pittman's been better than Taylor, but Green Bay's better at passing defense than running defense. So and I also don't really want to start Sony Michelle quite yet. Because I have no idea what those rules are going to be like. So I think it's Jonathan Taylor or Pittman. I think Jonathan Taylor might be safer, but he hasn't been doing shit the last few weeks. Honestly, fuck it, dude. Just roll with, I guess you roll with Pittman. But if you want to play it safe, then maybe Jonathan Taylor. Wait, Haas, what you doing, bro? why do you hide sports cards stuff, man? Adrian Peterson, Gibson. Okay, so James Conner or Gio. Honestly, James Conner hasn't done anything recently. I don't know. I still ride with Connor, dude. The Jaguars are a good matchup. I just give it one more week, and if he really doesn't do anything, then yeah, then you just never play him ever again. Nah, you're good, bro. I could still view his stuff, so we're chilling. And Taj, I'm gonna lean at Gibson on that one. I don't ever really want to start Adrian Peterson unless I have to, but I think Gibson's just better in general at this point. But Adrian Peterson and Jonathan Taylor, that's an interesting one. I think that I'm gonna go with Jonathan Taylor and just hope that he gets a touchdown or something, man. Because I really don't want to start AP unless I have to. Like, I get that he'll be the starter and everything, but I don't know, man. That's not. It's not really what I want to be doing. And I feel like Jonathan Taylor, he should be better than he is. Like, I don't know why he's not doing that good. I guess they're using all the different backs there, hot hand approach. Maybe he just hasn't been the best recently. But I'll stick with Jonathan Taylor on that one, I guess. Wait a minute. Are you now saying that you're a Cooper and Lamb believer? Because earlier you were saying, even though Dallas sucks, I still wouldn't play them because I don't have faith in Dallas. But now you just said Dallas sucks, but good odds Dalton connects with Lamb and Cooper. What you doing? And then Taj rest of the season, DeAndre Swift or Antonio Gibson. Honestly, dude, I think Gibson rest of the season. I don't know. Swift just doesn't get the volume. I guess Gibson kind of doesn't really get the volume either. But I think he gets more volume at this point. Honestly, man. The only problem is that he doesn't drink, so he's got no excuses. He's just losing his marbles. Hey, we might be, man. That's a good point. James Conner is on this list of like start-on running backs at number 3. Haas, by the way. So if you want to feel better about Haas, if you want to feel better about James Conner, there you go. I don't know how accurate this is, but I go Mike Davis over Gio this week. This is just the last week that I think you can really play Mike Davis. Detroit's such a good running back friendly matchup that Davis should do fine, even though he hasn't been good in a while. This is the one where he bounces back. So they have Jonathan Taylor all the way down at 35 and Adrian Peterson at 20. Maybe AP is the way to go. Dude, the sad part, I could have been there with Matt, but I had no way of knowing like how my classes would play out this semester, like 3 months ago or whatever. So like I didn't, um, and it turns out like pretty much all my classes canceled their classes next week, uh, just because. And I also don't really have that much stuff to do, so I definitely could have made the Mexico trip. Lindsey or Joshua Kelly, man, that's a tough one. Those are both not very fun options to have. I think I would go Joshua Kelly. Um, if you're swinging for upside, I think Lindsey has a higher ceiling, but I don't think he'll ever get there at this point. I don't know. They're both pretty terrible options, but I think Josh Kelly, maybe he gets a touchdown against the Jets. I mean, that would be pretty much the saving grace for him. Hey, Haas, bro, you can always start 2 Bengal wideouts. This one website said that Michael Thomas was like ninth on their start list, so that's interesting. I don't know if that changes your mind at all. And Taj, as far as who you can trade Watson for, I couldn't even tell you, bro. Like, I'm honestly not that good with trades. Um, I'm not even sure who you want to trade him for. Like, you'd obviously want Mahomes or any of the top quarterbacks, but nobody's going to trade you them for Watson. So you'd have to pretty much throw in another piece to get one of those guys, I guess. Yeah, I really don't know. And you're not going to trade them away for anything less than those guys, I think, because there's like no mid tier quarterbacks that are really better than Watson. So Godwin or Thomas. Well, first, I'm going to start off by saying I think Jonnu Smith is better than Hooper a majority of the time. Hooper against Philly is pretty enticing, though, I guess, because Philly sucks. But I think I'm just going to run with John. I think Johnny has a better chance of generally doing something than Hooper does. And Johnny has a better chance of getting a better or having a higher scoring game. We've seen Johnny get huge breakout games. So I would always pretty much run with Jonnu Smith. And then PPR between those two guys. I think that's a tough one because I don't want to start Godwin against the Rams or really any Tampa receiver for that matter. I think one of them should be fine. I think I might risk it with Michael Thomas, to be honest. Dude, Hass, you don't know the half of it, bro. I'm just like so over this team. I'm be honest, bro. Like, I don't mind the team itself. Wentz has been shit and pissed me off a good amount, but I think for the most part, it's really the coaches, dude. Like, it's very clear who won that Super Bowl for us. And it was Frank Wright. The Colts have the Super Bowl winning coach because Doug Peterson has been shit ever since. You could tell that the play calls have been different. He just doesn't know how to adapt to his offense. He just does stupid play calls all the time. I don't know, man. He just doesn't know what he's really doing, I think. Jim Schwartz has been like really hit or miss. He has been the whole time he's been at the Eagles. I don't know. I guess I don't really mind Jim Schwartz, but obviously I think there's better out there for sure. Yeah, no, that's true, bro. Thomas either becomes it's either a breakout game or he's officially on the bench for the rest of the season. Like, it's pretty much how it's gonna go down. And Jared, appreciate it, bro, but I don't know. Realistically, I don't, unless you're following our Twitter, I don't know how I would contact anybody. I guess that's where having like a Discord would be kind of cool for everybody. Yeah, my dad was pretty happy about McCarthy coming to the Cowboys, but I was telling him, bro, McCarthy kind of sucks. Um, I don't know if you could put this year on him. I mean, it's really just unfortunate that Dak got hurt. But at the same time, I don't know why they hired the defensive coordinator they hired. Like, the guy that they had there before him, dude, I think he was pretty good. And they got rid of him. And ever since then, their defense this year has been garbage. Like, gotcha, bro. I feel it. I don't know. I think I might like make a Discord this week, and then next week I might just throw it in the chat, and everybody can probably like join it. Hopefully, maybe within the next few weeks we can just get everybody in the Discord, because I think that'll be cool too. When the off season happens and everything, if anybody has any video requests or anything like that, they can just shoot us a message over Discord or whatever. It'd be kind of cool to have everybody in one place, I guess. But we'll see. Yeah, it has. I made that trade. I had Michael Thomas to start the year and Miles Sanders, which was really unfortunate. I lost week one, obviously, because of that. But I ended up trading him away for Chris Carson and AJ Brown. And AJ Brown's lit it up for me. AJ Brown's going to be very happy. Chris Carson made me happy when he was healthy. When he finally comes back, I think he'll probably come back next week, and then I'll be really good. But I think that trade was definitely a win for me this year because, well, Michael Thomas hasn't done shit. So that guy's probably regretting that one. And then good morning, Felipe. How you doing, bro? Start Taysom Hill at my tight end. Wait, could you even start Taysom Hill at your tight end spot? I mean, Taysom Hill's going to be the starting quarterback, so if you could start Taysom Hill at tight end, then yeah, go for it. I mean, because throwing passing counts, right? Like, there's no way it doesn't count for like. That's weird. Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm hoping I can like win out in a few of these leagues here and maybe make something happen. But this year, dude, I don't know. It's been a fucking weird year. I feel like next year things will be different. I have faith in next year though, so I'm not really too disappointed, I guess. Watson or Cam? That one, that one sucks. I really, I don't know. I think I would pretty much generally always go Watson over Cam if I could. So I guess I'll just stick with that. I mean, New England defense has been decent, but they haven't been the same as they used to be. Like last season, they were better. Cam could have a decent game against Houston. No, I don't know. I picked him up for this week because of that. I liked Cam's floor this week. I feel like there's no way Cam doesn't get at least one touchdown. But yeah, I go Watson on that one. Cam's too soft? Shoot, I don't know, man. He's taken hits his whole career. I just don't know if he's got the talent around him. I also don't know how much he has left in the tank. So, but he does offer a pretty decent floor, even though like he's inconsistent. He's always gonna get those rushing yards and stuff. Plus, the rushing touchdowns are always nice. Super fumble. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't jump on that. That was fucking questionable as hell, dude. I don't know. You can't be in the Super Bowl and not jump on that ball. Like he didn't even fight for it. I have not seen the 30-30 on the Iron Bowl. I don't watch anything college related, to be honest. So I really just have nothing that really pops up on that. I guess I don't know. Yeah, I was pretty pissed about that too because I really hated. I don't know why, dude. I just don't like Peyton Manning, so I didn't want the Broncos to win. I was rooting for Cam and the Panthers, and he didn't jump on it, and I was like, "What the fuck, bro? Come on!" Like I think he easily could have had that. There's no way he couldn't have that if he didn't know where it was at one point, and like he was kind of stumbling. I get that, but then not even make the attempt to get in there. Like I don't know. I'd still dive in. It's crazy. I wish there was something I could do like while answering questions because I don't want to just sit here quiet because then it's kind of awkward. Like not really awkward, but it's not very entertaining. 3, Aaron Jones, James Conner, Nick Chubb, Mike Davis. That is a interesting one because I feel like all those running backs are pretty good on the week. Aaron Jones, you pretty much always start, but this week is a bad matchup. But like you pretty much always start him anyways, I think. So that's interesting. I'm definitely starting Nick Chubb against Philly. Like that's 100%. So if you lock in Nick Chubb, I like Mike Davis's matchup against the Lions. He's going to be good this week. James Conner also has a good matchup, but he's also been very inconsistent the last few weeks. It would be cool if you can go James Conner, Nick Chubb, or Mike Davis, and make Mike Davis, but you can't not start Aaron Jones, I think. So I don't know. I could see why you're struggling with that one. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like that's the problem with James Conner. He hasn't been getting the volume recently because of that. They've been passing the ball a lot more. If they get to the 1 yard line, he might get a touchdown. But it's like, even though it's a good matchup, there's a world in which he still has a okay game, I guess. Like not really. I don't think he's gonna have a terrible game, but I don't know if it's gonna be great. Yeah, I think you pretty much always start Aaron Jones though, so I think I'm starting Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb, and then I think it just comes down to Mike Davis or James Conner. Yeah, I feel you has. Dude, I would give it like one last game, and if he doesn't do anything, then you can go with your boy Gio. Um, I guess Mike Davis, Nick Chubb, and Aaron Jones then. Yeah, I think that James Conner, like while it seems good on paper, like you said, they throw the ball a lot. There's definitely a chance that he gets like 14, 15 carries, 50 yards, and that's it. But I don't know. I still feel like James Conner is a really good play this week, dude. I feel like no matter which three you pick, there's no wrong answer. Like Aaron Jones scares me because of the matchup against the Colts. I don't like that, but at the same time, it's Aaron Jones. I feel like you can't sit him. Mike Davis and James Conner have both been shitty lately, but they both should bounce back this week. And then Nick Chubb's whenever he's playing is good. And Phil, like the Eagles used to have a good run defense, but lately, dude, they've been shit. Like Wayne Gallman just ran all over us last game, so I have the utmost confidence in Nick Chubb to tear us up. Like there's no way Nick Chubb does anything bad. So that's why I think Nick Chubb's 100% like in there for sure. The boy, yeah, Shrek. Obviously, you can see him at the next go. He might come later on, but he texted me I think like 30 minutes ago. At 8:22, they had 4 holes left. Apparently, this golf game is lasting a while, so he might not make it. Bro, if you could trade Antonio Gibson away from Nick Chubb, then yes, that's easily like such an easy decision. Nick Chubb's pretty damn good. Hey, good luck, Nick. Hope it works out, bro. But honestly, like I think they're all gonna have good games. You're probably gonna get it wrong just off of fucking odds, but you'll probably only be wrong by like a point or two. Who knows? Freaking Gennaro, man. Oh, there's no way he accepts that, dude. Yeah, no, there's. You'd have to be such a terrible fantasy player to accept that. Like he must not know. Like if he were to accept that, he would not have like. He'd be looking at stats alone, and he wouldn't be looking at how good the individual players are. He wouldn't know anything about football. This would be his first year in fantasy if he accepted that. Yeah, dude. Somebody earlier was asking me that question. I think it was Felipe asked me the question. Yeah, about Hill and Logan Thomas, and I was saying, hey man, if Hill is starting, then which he is, then you for sure play him in the tight end spot. Like that's ridiculous. Yahoo doesn't have that feature, so sadly I can't pick up Taysom Hill and put him at tight end. I wish I could. Yeah, Taj, I feel like if somebody even is just dumb at fantasy and they're not smart about fantasy football, I feel like they still wouldn't accept it. So I don't know. I would be really surprised if anybody ever accepted that trade. But yeah, dude, starting Taysom Hill that is definitely cheating the system. Like tight ends on the year have been so bad. There's only one that's good, and it's Kelsey. If you look at the difference between Kelsey and all the other tight ends, it's crazy. It's like 50, 60 points. I think the strategy next year might be try to get Kelsey in every single league and hope he doesn't get injured, and then go from there. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. Trade Gibson for Connor. Connor's somebody that like I don't like, but he's proven me wrong multiple times this season. Um, so I think there's a chance that Lazard is productive when he comes back. Yeah, I don't know if it's this week, but I wouldn't mind having him on my like I have him on one team. I picked him up. The other two teams I didn't pick him up in, but yeah, I got him in one just to see. But I think Lazard will be fine. He started the year pretty decent. He had 2 good games. One average, not the best one, but I mean, it wasn't terrible. Shrek, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, I don't know why ESPN would allow him in the tight end spot. Like that's crazy. Juju Woods, Fuller, Moore. I think I would sit Robert Woods off my initial impression of that. Juju's been pretty good lately, and then they have another good matchup. So you're like 100% starting Juju. There's no reason why you wouldn't. Fuller didn't do the best last week, but you pretty much always start on when you can. that's pretty much how I view it. I think Fuller's always a pretty much must start unless there's like 3 people that you really have that are better, but it's very rare. DJ Moore is inconsistent, but I don't know. I think he's all right. I guess if they have a backup quarterback this week, then maybe he's not the best play. But maybe that makes him a better play because Teddy wasn't passing to him. So who really knows? With all the makeshift quarterbacks, I feel like DJ Moore's always been decent. So and Robert Woods against Tampa, I don't know. I just don't like. I don't like Robert Woods at all. I don't like him against Tampa. So I think I would just go with the unknown with DJ Moore and hope that he has another pop-off week. But if you were to sit one, it'd definitely be either Woods or DJ Moore. So I guess if you felt strongly about Woods, then go with your gut on that one. But I think I would sit Woods. James Conner or Calvin Ridley. Bro, we were just talking about the James Conner. James Conner has a great matchup this week, but Calvin Ridley's Calvin Ridley, man. If Calvin Ridley's out there and he's playing, he's healthy, I pretty much always start Calvin Ridley. Like you can't bench him, right? He wasn't even like questionable. There was no injury designation or anything. It's just he is healthy. That's how it is. So that makes me feel better about that. If you could get James Conner in your lineup somewhere else, then yeah, go for it. But definitely got to go with Calvin on that one. Adrian Peterson or Hines? That's a dirty question right there, Matt. Hines is super inconsistent. Sometimes he does good, sometimes he doesn't. Against the Packers, I like that matchup. So I think Hines might be in for a good week too because Green Bay, even though the Colts have a good defense, I think that they can score on them. And then if you're passing a lot, Hines is always good for that. So I think I'd go Hines on that one. I also think that Hines has a better, higher ceiling than Adrian Peterson. So even though Adrian Peterson's going to be starting, I just don't know if I trust it. Like I think AP is probably safer if you want like a guaranteed 10 points and like you have faith in the rest of your team and they're strong enough to carry you, then you can go AP, I guess. But if you're kind of looking for upside, then I think Nyheim Hines is the way to go. But if it is a standard league, then yeah, I guess receptions for the running back position isn't really that helpful unless he has yards with it or touchdowns with it. So that changes things as well. But for the most part, I think I like Hines better. But yeah, I think AP might be safer. I think Antonio Brown is still good. Like I think that the very first week he played, Tampa's line got destroyed. Brady couldn't get the ball off. Brady looked terrible. They just had like an offensive malfunction. Like that wasn't even Brown's fault. Brown got open multiple times. And then Antonio Brown last game, he did all right. Like he didn't have a crazy good game. He didn't have a crazy bad game. But like when you have 3 elite receivers, what are you gonna do? They're all gonna get targets, right? They all put in some decent points last week, I think. So yeah, I think Antonio Brown's fine. I think Antonio Brown is the same Antonio Brown. I don't necessarily think he's lost a step or anything like that. So I mean, as far as like fantasy wise, is it going to be the same as before? No, because I don't think Brady can put him up there like Ben Roethlisberger did, and that the situations are different. Like I said, I think having more weapons and all that, I don't think they necessarily have to lean on Antonio Brown, like the Steelers pretty much did. And when when Antonio Brown was on the Patriots, again, he was like the only weapon, so of course he's going to light it up as soon as he's out there. Strike City, bro. That's one of the top questions that nobody can ever answer, man. Because DJ Chark is inconsistent. DJ Moore's been inconsistent all year. Tampa's even been just inconsistent as a team. You just never know what you're gonna get. I think Antonio Brown is like a safe 7 points, maybe. But against the Rams, like, I don't know. I guess he can do good against the Rams if what's his face is on Mike Evans. Jalen Ramsey, there we go. I don't know why I was drawing a blank on it. Jalen Ramsey, I would assume he was going to be on Mike Evans, so that might be a good thing for AB, but I'm not sure. I think I would lean for, I think DJ Chark is the guy I'm playing there, if I have to. Or maybe not. I don't know. That's a tough one, bro. Like I said earlier about DJ Moore, he's got a different quarterback. We don't really know what he's gonna do. He's been inconsistent. I like DJ Moore, but at the same time I don't. Like, it's just a situation that I don't like. But maybe a new quarterback does him good. It's super risky if you play Moore, but at the same time, I think all of these options are kind of risky. There's a chance Pittsburgh just destroys the Jacksonville Jaguars, so I don't know. DJ Chark might not be the way to go, actually. Struck, I guess if you just I don't know, if you just need some guaranteed points, I think Antonio Brown can offer some guaranteed points. I don't know if it's going to be that much. But I think if you're going to swing for the fences, then I guess you go for DJ Chark or DJ Moore. I think I'd go with DJ Moore. I don't know. I'm really not confident in that question, bro. Like, if you have a gut feeling, then I would suggest you go with it, because I don't want to be wrong and steer you in the wrong direction. But I think DJ Moore is the guy I'm playing in that situation. I'm starting DJ Moore above AB in my own leagues. I don't currently have DJ Chark in any of my leagues. But I think if I did have him on the same team, I think I'd still play DJ Moore. But I could be completely wrong on that. Antonio Brown and Antonio Gibson for Nick Chubb, be balanced. Or is Nick Chubb still too... I think Nick Chubb's still too strong, but I mean, you can run it. You never know. If the dude's really hurting for receivers, then that might work, I guess. But I think you're never going to be hurting for receivers bad enough to make that trade is the problem. Like, if it's a 14-man league and you just had no receivers and there was no free agents, then maybe you can make that happen. But outside of that, I don't think anybody would still accept that. But I don't know. You never know. If you want to take a shot at it, go for it. But in terms of for you, obviously, I think that'd be a great trade for you. So honestly, Taj, I feel like I don't know if everybody feels this way, but I feel like I like AB better than Woods. Like, I'm just kind of down on Woods. so that'd be kind of a downgrade. But I feel like Woods and AB are probably in kind of a similar tier. You could honestly, you could try offering both of them, and if he accepts one, then cool. Um, but I still don't think I would if I was him. Is this stupid to drop Le'Veon Bell? Like, do you guys think holding him is worth it? Because he just wastes a roster spot. Honestly, like I feel like I could just drop him for, like for example, I have Ryan Tannehill, right, and he's going against the Ravens, and he's got Indianapolis again, and he just had 10 points against the Colts. So I really don't want to play him against the Colts next week, and I honestly don't even really want to play him that much against the Ravens. I think I'd rather play Cam Newton for the next 2 weeks. So would it be worth dropping Le'Veon Bell for Cam? That's the real question. Or I could drop Lazard, I guess. Anybody else got any questions they need? I really want to drop Le'Veon Bell, but I don't know. I just can't see him being good. What do you mean by like individual players? Like, are you talking about like defensive like players or something like that? Like, um, I mean, Gallman's been pretty decent in the last 4 games. Yeah, I mean, it looks like he figured something out. I mean, what about Gallman though? Like, would you be trading Gibson? Like, I feel like I'd rather have Gibson than Gallman, to be honest. I'm not sure. I'm not sure you can really give up to get Gallman. I really don't know. Well, in that case, Haas, no, I don't. I've never played in a league with individual like defensive players. I mean, it sounds pretty interesting though, honestly. Get some Mika Fitzpatrick on your team or something like that. I feel like Mika's probably won multiple weeks for people that have those kind of leagues. Oh no, Gallman's not on the waiver wire, bro. He's long gone at this point. So Jones, Balaj, or Harris, pick 2. I would assume this is Ronald Jones. I think I would play Balaj. I think I'm for sure playing Balaj. I don't like the matchup for Ronald Jones. That's the problem I have with Ronald Jones. Damian Harris is a better matchup, but the problem with Damian Harris is like Sony Michel's coming back. So how much playtime is Michel gonna get? Is it gonna be all Harris, a little bit of Michel, or is Michel just gonna completely be the starter now? Like, how does that work? I have zero information on that, so I really don't know what to expect. I mean, I think I would consider going Harris above Ronald Jones. I don't know. That is a really tough one. I like Ronald Jones better than Leonard Fournette, so there's that. I just don't know. Against the Rams, I guess it just depends on how much you like Harris and how much you like Ronald Jones, or how much you believe in either of them. I don't really like either of them, but yeah, I really I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that question. That's tough. But I'm for sure playing Balaj if I had to choose, if that helps at all. Um, Harris has a way better matchup, so honestly, it might be better just to play Harris over Jones. Like, I think Harris is the safer pick, but I don't think he has quite the ceiling that Jones has. But I don't think Jones is going to hit that ceiling anyways this week, so I don't really know. But you also never know with Michel. I would assume Harris still has the majority of the snaps, but you drafted the linebacker Mac. What linebacker that we have that's named Mac? Are you sure his name's Mac? I don't remember having a. I don't know any Mac linebackers on Philly. Yeah, Taj. I figured that'd be the case there. So Baltimore, Washington, or Bucks defense this week. Matt tried to call me on Discord like 2 minutes ago. I tried to call him back. He didn't pick up. So I'm confused on what's going to happen there. Also, Taj, to answer your question from like 5 minutes ago, Ahmed is off the waiver wire. But I feel like Washington obviously has the best matchup for defenses out of those guys. But I don't necessarily know if I trust Washington, so I probably wouldn't go with Washington. As for the Bucks and the Ravens, I think I would. I don't think the Rams offense is that good, so I have faith in the Tampa to like kind of shut down the Rams for the most part. But I think the Ravens have a better defense generally. I think I lean. I think I lean with Tampa on that question. I think I go with Tampa defense. Tyler, what's up, bro? Damn, Taj, you really getting into these trades, man. So you wanted to do Antonio Gibson, Hayden Hurst, Robert Woods, Boyd Kirk for Swift, Mark Andrews. That's an interesting question. So I feel like Swift kind of cancels out Gibson. So like that's whatever. I like Gibson better, but it's not really much of a downgrade. I think if anything. Plus, you never really know. Mark Andrews has been kind of shitty on the year, but I don't know. There's still some value there. Then you're giving up 3 receivers for Michael Thomas and Marquise Brown. I don't like Marquise Brown at all. But Michael Thomas could be good. You never know. Like if he ever bounces back. I don't know. I think I would wait on it. I don't think I would actually go through with that trade. Just because if Michael Thomas doesn't pan out, which I think he should, but if he doesn't for some reason, then you're taking an L there for kind of no reason at all. I don't know. I think your team's good. I think you have a good enough team to win, Tosh. I don't know. So J.T. McKissick or Duke Johnson or AP for your running back 2 with Swift out. I think I'd go with AP or McKissick, but I probably think it would be AP. McKissick only did good with touchdowns last week, but he had some receiving yards as well. I think I'd go with Adrian Peterson. I think being the starter against the Panthers is probably pretty good. I don't know, he should be able to get a touchdown. He should be able to get... Okay, you got me kissing right now, PPR. Yeah, I guess that could change things too. I don't know, that's a tough one. I feel like... I don't like AP, but at the same time, McKissick is also... Okay, let's put it to you this way. I don't feel comfortable with Washington's primary running back. So starting their second string just doesn't feel good. Even though McKissick plays a decent amount, so it's not really like he's a straight second stringer. But if you feel what I'm saying, like I just don't have that much faith in Washington. But at the same time, I guess the Bengals, McKissick should be fine. You hate all 3. Yeah, no, I feel you. All 3 below. I would definitely stay away from Duke Johnson, though. I think AP and McKissick both offer more upside. If you're in a full point PPR, I guess McKissick could be better. I just don't know how trustworthy it is. I guess he's got a pretty okay floor the last few weeks, but I feel like, no, this year's been rough, bro. Dude, it is such a toss-up between McKissick and AP, though. Full point PPR. If it's full point PPR, that's good for Peterson. Or, I mean, good for McKissick. The Panthers are a decent option, too, with AP, though. I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I think I'm just kind of wrong with AP this week, honestly. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if McKissick did better in a full point. I'm not sure. It's kind of a coin flip, but I think I'd go with AP. Jesus, Taj, that's a stacked team. I don't know if getting Michael Thomas would help you that much to compete with that team, though. You're really just gonna be looking for a good week from the players that you start, and then hopefully your opponent has a bad week. Hey, you too, Tyler, man. Have a great Thanksgiving. Good luck. Can't really listen. Came here just for age. 900. I appreciate it, bro. And then Johnny McKissick or Todd Gurley, half my PPR. That's another shitty one, dude, because Todd Gurley against the Saints I want no part of. But I also don't really want any part of McKissick. I think I would go with... It feels disgusting, but I think I go with Todd Gurley on that one. Just hopefully he can get it into the end zone. He's going to get more carries than McKissick. I don't know. I would just hope that he can do something against the Saints, but it's just not looking good. You're probably going to get fucking 30, 40 yards from Todd Gurley. You're going to hope that you get something through the air. I don't know. It'll be tough. But I don't know. I don't really want any part of McKissick. Maybe I'm underrating McKissick, so there's that. But I don't know. Exactly. If he scores, you're going to be okay. But if not, he's putting up 4 points. But I think I have no idea if this relates or not. But having a second string quarterback in, at least the Saints don't have Drew Brees. So if their offense isn't as good as normal, maybe that's good for the Falcons. Maybe they get a lead. Maybe they just run the ball with Gurley. The Saints defense gets tired, and then Gurley gets some good points. Who knows? You just never know how the games are going to go. But yeah, if he doesn't score, it's probably not going to be good. But I mean, the same thing for McKissick, though, honestly. If McKissick doesn't score, then it's not going to be good. Like, he might get 5 receptions, 30, 40, 50 yards total. And then you're really looking for the score to make McKissick have a great game. But you just never know how much they're going to use him. Gibson can easily get the touchdowns. A receiver like McLaurin can get the touchdown. You just never know. I don't know. It's tough. The matchup against the Bengals is decent, though. So I guess if you were going to play McKissick this week, it wouldn't be terrible. Tosh, I have no idea how I feel about that question. I'm just thinking about it. Yeah, no, Strike. I feel you. It's always rough when if you win or you barely lose, and you're like, man, I could have won money if I just fucking played the right player or picked this guy up from free agency. And you start thinking about the what ifs and stuff. I don't know, Taj. That's a really interesting question. I feel like that one's not terrible. Honestly, I want no part of Evans or AB this week against Tampa or against the Rams. So I think I go with DJ Moore. The problem with DJ Moore is he's been inconsistent all year. Obviously, his targets haven't really been there. His quarterback's injured right now too, so he's not going to play. But I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. Like maybe a new quarterback is actually a good thing for DJ Moore. Maybe he gets targeted more. You never know. I think I just rock with DJ Moore. And I hope he can do good. I like that matchup. I think it's a good matchup. I don't want any part of Evans or AP against the Rams. The Rams are a pretty scary defense right now for receivers. Like Jalen Ramsey just locked up DK, man. That's scary. I don't think Evans will have too good of a game there. And then AB I think might be okay. But yeah, I think I just go DJ Moore. And Taj, I'm gonna text your question to Matt, see what he thinks, because I'm really conflicted on that one. I have no idea. Honestly, I feel like I would have played Jameis over Taysom. Um, but it'll be interesting to see how good Taysom does, man. I don't know. I've been really confused on who their starter would be. To be honest, like you just never know. They'll still probably get opportunities to put Jameis in the game. It'll be interesting. I don't have any feelings like negatively against it either way. Honestly, like I'm down to watch either way. And then Pittman, Gage, or MVS. I don't really want any part of Russell Gage, to be honest. I don't want any part of MVS against the Colts, to be honest, either. I don't know. That's kind of not very good. I think I would just go Pittman, honestly. Like Green Bay's not the best matchup again, but Pittman did pretty good last week. I'm hoping that against the Green Bay Packers he can continue. If not Pittman, then MVS for sure. I think you can go either one of those. It's kind of a toss-up either way. But I think I would stay away from Gage. But I think Pittman would be the guy I go with. And yeah, Yellow Jackets, Matt's in Mexico, bro. He's he's going golfing right now, so he's missing the stream. I think he's probably getting back right about now, but obviously it's kind of late, so we'll see. He almost made it. Hey, Shav, I appreciate it, bro. Have a good one, bro. Good luck. I hope it works out for you. If it doesn't, then I apologize. Robinson or Gibson? I think week to week Robinson's generally safer, but Pittsburgh's a tough matchup. That's not good. That's tough. Robinson's getting carries, man. He's been at the last 3 weeks have been the most carries of his career, so he's on the right track to be good, but I think Antonio Gibson and Robinson are both relatively safe players. Like that's kind of who they are. Like Gibson for a while wasn't really getting like the most points, but he was still getting like 7, 11 points, which was decent. I guess Gibson this week is probably safer. So I guess I don't hate it if you want to go Gibson over Robinson just because of the Steelers matchup. Like that's reasonable, I guess. But generally, Robinson would be weaker. I don't know about this week. Gibson might be safer this week. Yeah, Shrek City. I wouldn't be tripping if I was a Saints fan, really honest. And if things went sideways, I feel like they would make the switch to Jameis pretty fast. The Saints have a good coaching staff, like you said, and it's not really. Either way, it'll be fine. I think. I'm really not worried about the Falcons, to be honest. If I was you guys. Yo, Jackets, you gotta play one of those guys, or those two separate questions? Because I think I play. That's actually just crazy, bro. I don't know how you can. I'm not playing like Myers, if that answers that question. Like I like Brown and Deontay Johnson for sure. Brandon Cooks has been good the last like month, but last week he didn't do the best. But I think he'll be fine. I'm not really too worried about it. As far as Brown and Johnson, dude, I have no idea on that one. Like Johnson has a better matchup, so I probably would go Johnson, I guess, this week if I had to. But it's just sitting AJ Brown feels bad. But if you're picking between those guys, I guess you have to go Deontay. And then Cooks over Myers if that's another separate question, or if it's the same question, I still go Deontay. Okay, one of the four. Yeah, I think Deontay out of the four. It'd be Deontay Johnson, and then AJ Brown, and then Cooks, and then last would be Myers. Thanks for coming, Taj. Have a good week, bro. I hope you win your leagues and everything. Have a good Thanksgiving. And yeah. T. Higgins and Mark Thomas, look at this year alone. Yeah, Miles, I feel you, bro. Michael Thomas has been shit this year. I'm not a huge Michael Thomas fan this year. If you want to play it safe, you can go T. Higgins, which is probably what I would do, honestly. I would like to see Michael Thomas do good before I play him, if my team was good enough to allow me to do that. The one thing about Michael Thomas, though, is he's going against the Falcons, which has been a pretty shitty defense for the most part. So, that's good for him. But obviously, with the second-string quarterback, you also don't know what he's going to do. So if you want to play it safe and go T. Higgins, then I have no problem with that. I would go Davis over Jefferson. I think Mike Davis is a really good matchup. The best matchup you can get for running backs. Like, I mean, you're running with Mike Davis one last time. If he fails this time, which he shouldn't, but if he did, then you're pretty much just done with him. I mean, either way, you're kind of done with him, honestly. He hasn't done much the last few weeks, so I think this is the last week you can start Davis, and you got to do it. I think you got a good week coming in for him. But I mean, Justin Jefferson against Dallas is pretty good too, I guess. I don't think you can go wrong either way, honestly. But Mike Davis, and if you can try to get Justin Jefferson in for somebody else, then that would be cool. But hey, best of luck to you, Shrek City. Thanks for coming in, like always. Justin, I think I would pick Mike Davis, Chubb, and Kamara. Kamara's a beast, must play every week. Chubb is a monster. Against Philly, he's going to do good. Mike Davis has a good matchup. He'll be good this week. James Robinson, I like generally, but again, against the Steelers, that's the biggest question mark he'll have like his whole career. So, or his whole career, but this year. So, that one's not very fun. So in this situation, I think those are the plays: Davis, Chubb, and Kamara. Trey, I don't like Robert Woods at all. I pretty much always try to stay away from him. He's gonna have some good games every now and again, but it's really hard to predict. I honestly just don't like Woods at all. Gurley against the Saints, I also don't like this week. He has to get a touchdown or he's not going to do good. And I think Gio's a better option than Gurley this week. So I would either go Gurley or Cooks. It's really up to you. But I think I would consider Gio, honestly. I think Gio... I don't know. It's really tough, honestly. Like Cooks has been pretty solid the last month. Against the Patriots, I kind of expect him to bounce back a little bit. I don't think the score is going to be 7-10 like it was against the Browns. So I think... Actually, I think I'd just go with Brandon Cooks then. I think Brandon Cooks has too much upside not to play, honestly. Like 6.9 points, I think, is his floor at this point. I'm going to be honest. Like, against the Patriots, I expected a little better of a game. And I like Gio, but at the same time, there's three running backs there, honestly. It's Gio, Samaje Perine, which is terrible. He's terrible, but he's still going to get some carries. I don't know why. And then they have Trevion Williams, who got 5 carries last week. They might try to increase his role eventually, because I think they drafted him this year as well, just some rookie. So Gio's obviously the main guy there. He's still probably going to be an okay play this week, but I think Brandon Cooks is the most upside out of everybody there. So I'm going to go with Brandon Cooks. I'm going to go with Jefferson against the Dallas Cowboys. That's like a for sure lock. And then I think I go McLaurin against the Bengals. So those are the two guys I'd be going with. I like Higgins. He's not bad. But I think those other two guys are just better options, especially this week. Mr. That's very interesting. That name is just trippy. That's kind of cool. I wish Matt was here to help you with this question because I don't watch the Washington football team play the game, so I don't know how Cam Sims is. I don't trust Cam Sims, so I personally wouldn't go there. But I mean, Matt would probably have more information on that. Um, I think I would just go with Antonio Brown. Honestly, like Keelan Cole is just so hit or miss. It's very hard to say when he's going to be good or bad against the Steelers too. It's just there's a good chance the Steelers just destroy him, and you don't get any points out of. I mean, you get very little out of Keelan Cole there. I don't know. You just never know. Antonio Brown, I don't like playing against the receivers against the Colts defense is bad. Like I really don't. I'm not a huge fan of Antonio Brown this week, I guess. But the way I look at it is, I think Jalen Ramsey would probably be on Mike Evans or Godwin, but probably Evans. You would think. I think Antonio Brown's gonna have an opportunity to be the better receiver out of all those three guys this week. So I think I would go Antonio Brown. Colts and Rams. I would go with the Rams. Colts defense has been good all year. I like them, but Packers, they're a different breed. And the Rams against the Bucks, we saw what a good pass rush does to Tom Brady, and it kind of, I don't know, it did not end well for the Tampa Bay against the Saints a couple weeks ago. So I would go with the Rams. I think Aaron Donald's gonna have a crazy good day. The Rams defense is nice, man. So the only problem with the Rams defense this week, I think, is that I don't necessarily think that the Rams offense is gonna have that much success against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it's like they could be like on the field a good amount against Brady. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But I think the Rams is what I would go with. We got 5 minutes left before the game start. If anybody has any last minute questions, this is your chance to get it in now. If anybody here isn't subscribed yet, I would appreciate a subscription. Every week we come through. Matt's gonna be here back next week, I would think, unless he dies in Mexico, which would be very unfortunate. But yeah, he should be back next week, and it's generally more entertaining when Matt's here. So, hey, thanks, Hats, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. Good luck to you as well, my man. Hey, nobody mentioned no Thanksgiving episode, so who's even planning on Thanksgiving? Lions, Texans, Ravens, Steelers, Cowboys, Washington. Okay, okay. I think that those games you pretty much already know what you're gonna do though. Like you're gonna play you're gonna play Cooks, you're gonna play Fuller. Belager Hines. I think I would go with. I think Balaj is safer. I think he's going to get at least 10 points. Probably be like 10 to 15 points. So I think I'd go with Balaj. Although I think Hines could be good against the Packers if the Packers jump to an early lead and they got to throw the ball a lot. Hines could definitely be good and have another crazy huge week. So it's really up to. So whether or not you need like a safe amount of points or not, I think Balaj offers that. Like, I mean, I guess worst case scenario, Hines probably gets like 6 points. Honestly, I don't think he has a terrible week. That's tough, man. That's a tough one. I honestly, I don't mind Balaj this week. I think Balaj is going to be good. Hines, though. I think Hines has more upside, but I think Balaj is safer. So I don't know. I think I'd go with Balaj, but it's really close. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Hines has a big week. I could see why you're asking that question. This would be the perfect week to play Hines, though. I think too, like the matchup and everything. I think this is kind of the matchup you'd want if you were to play Hines. So I don't know if that helped at all, but I guess the Jets though, that's just such a good matchup too. Like you would assume the Chargers would get a lead and then they would just run the ball like crazy. So you never know. But that'll do it for this week. Same time next week, Matt will be back. Definitely be more entertaining. Good luck today, everybody.